So I think it was in a video last week that we told you guys we were going to organize the warehouse a little bit this week. We rented a rollaway dumpster. That's been absolutely amazing to have. We've emptied out a lot of junk from the garage, a lot of junk from the warehouse. We had an old couch in the house that we've been wanting to get rid of for a while. So that's been great. And I was just like on top of all the junk, like smashing it down with my shoe. And I regret to inform you that my crock ripped. My freaking Fortnite crock. My mom gave me these for my birthday last year. Guess I got caught on a piece of metal thing and then ripped wide open. So we have suffered a casualty. But the good news is I know what I can ask for my birthday this year. We got the dumpster for a week and it got delivered last Wednesday. So we've had it 6 days so far and we have pretty much filled it up. It's a 14-yard dumpster. I'll show you the side of it. I don't want to show you guys the stuff we're throwing away because I'm sure you'll be like, oh, I can't believe you threw that away. You should have done that and you should have done that and blah, 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 blah. So it's almost full. We've got a couple, you can see like a little bit of junk sticking up from the top. This is a 14-yard dumpster. Hindsight, I probably should have got like a 30-yard because it was only like $30 more. But yeah, we've been at this cleanout project for like 6 days or so now, and it's just been so nice to just clear junk out. Like we've had all this big bulky stuff that we got from our last 2 storage unit buys that we've just had sitting in the warehouse forever, and just being able to throw that in there and just have it out of our hair is so worth it. It just like instantly you just feel better mentally, I guess. And the dumpster was only like $350 for a week's rental, and the only thing we can't put in there is wet paint and food. There were a couple other companies that had like restrictions on appliances and electronics and stuff, and we had a couple of those, but this company, been there, dumped that in Lexington, South Carolina. They said no paint, no food, anything else is good to go. And I'm sure they go through it and like take the metal and take that to the recycling center and all that stuff. So it's not all going to the landfill. They're going to try to maximize their profit with this dumpster rental. But here in the warehouse, I think we've gotten rid of most of the junk so far. Now today is just going to be working on consolidating things a little bit because we just have a bunch of these bins that are like halfway full. So I just want to go through all the bins, all these boxes, all this stuff in here and just really whittle it down. Like we have 3 boxes going on. We've got trash, redonate, and sell on whatnot. And I think once we go through all this stuff and just categorize it a little bit better, everything in this warehouse will look a lot better. I mean, it's already looking a little bit better. If you guys remember from our previous video, we've gotten rid of a lot of stuff so far. But you know, we're just getting started. Look at all this. My heat press junk. All this is getting cleaned up today. So Haley and I have been out here for maybe like an hour and a half or so, and I've just been kind of moving stuff out, like moving stuff around a little bit. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily clean yet, but it is nice just having this whole area just wiped out. You know, I think I'm going to move the heat press thing. I was just setting it up here because we have this little outlet thing over here, but I think what I'm going to do is move that red shelf over there to our regular garage because we could actually use it out there, and then have this little white table that I had the heat press on, move the white table over there, and there's an outlet there, and that'll just be the heat press area. And maybe I can use the old embroidery machine that we used to embroider our t-shirts with, set that up over there too, and just have that kind of out of the way, because I don't think we need this many shelves in here. Haley will chime in on her opinion and me getting rid of shelves, I'm sure. But like we just paid Dean to build this big wooden one, and we are not utilizing this appropriately. Like not. This is terrible. What are you going through all the watches?
This whole bottom shelf has just had this, which if you watch a lot of our videos, this was when we got all those watches from that really big buyout. Was it $2,000 from our friend Chris? And so this was one of like the containers that was just like full of watches, and we've been selling out of it for months. But this, it's the only thing that's been on here. So
it's a nice gun case. We just emptied out all the watches, and now we can.
So this is in a large flat rate box. I think we're just gonna like put this on whatnot and be like, here.
We have there's a whole other box over here full of watches too. We probably have 100. They're just not very good. They're like costume watches, but somebody will buy the whole box. So I don't know, like Kim is off today. Normally she comes in on Tuesdays and does all of our shipping from last night's Whatnot show, but she's off. She's coming in tomorrow. So like this all looks cluttered, but once we get all this stuff shipped and like, I don't know, I feel like we should have just taken everything out of the warehouse and put it in the driveway, sorted it out there, like even the shelves and everything out, sorted it, and then brought stuff back in. Because it's just, I feel like we're working a lot right now and nothing, like it looks better, like some areas look better, but other areas look worse.
But that's what they say about cleaning, right? Like
it's
it has
gotta
to
get
look worse
worse
before it looks better. And that, you know, and you've made a lot of progress. We've made a lot of progress in here.
Yeah, I did so we had that big table over here that was like the same length as the shelf, but with the table in the way, we couldn't use the shelves on the bottom. Yeah. So I moved that table over here for our like shipping table. And then the shipping table I just have over here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But we just have, I think there's too many places to put things in here. Too many tables, too many shelves. I think it looks cluttered because we have the ability to clutter because we have so many shelves. And I think if we take some of these out, it will just look better and it will make us at least more conscious of how much junk we have.
I'm laughing at this because Josh does this exact same thing in our house. And I always joke with him if like there's like a flat surface to put things on, that he will put anything and everything
it's
on
just
it.
begging
so
to
it does. We do need to have less spaces for us to have, be able to put things. Because like if this is just sitting here, we're like, oh, let's just dump all of our stuff on it.
So like when we first got this warehouse, we were still selling on eBay like full time basically. And so the idea was like this area would be the new stuff we bought. We would sort it here and clean it here. This is like our testing TV, right. And this thing has like Mr. Clean Magic Razors and all that junk. Mm-hmm. Then after it was cleaned and tested, it would go over here to be listed, and we have our eBay storage area over here. And then it would go over there to be shipped. But now with our switch to Whatnot, like I don't even think we need this middle island here. Like it's a lot of storage space, mm-hmm. But like with all these over here that we could really utilize more, and this over here, I mean, we could fit, I think 5 bins fit on this. So 5, 10, 15, 20, we could fit 25 bins just on that.
Yeah.
And imagine how much more open it would feel if we got rid of this whole middle island area.
We could, but then my thing is like, I know we're feeling that right now, but when we do a storage unit or like a big buyout or something, like it is nice to have extra places to put stuff. So
it is nice. Storage units are so like hit and miss, I guess. Like, yeah, you can get, like the last one we did was really good. We found 3 guns and golf clubs and all that stuff. We made a lot of money on that one, but it's a lot of work and you end up with a lot of junk, which is like the stuff from that storage unit. Like I was saying earlier in the video, that's the best stuff that we've been able to get rid of in the dumpster. So
a lot of that was like straight up junk, like just like broken chairs and all kinds of stuff.
The unit we did before that was even junkier.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to have all this area in the middle taken up just in case we happen to buy a storage unit that has a bunch of junk. Like that's not like a regular part of our business. We've bought like 4 in the whole time we've been reselling. So I don't know. I do like these shelves. I like the height. We've got one more over here. I don't know why we put that there. It looks so wonky. Like I don't know, it should go on the end or like move it over here, like against this one maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling. We're going to go clean some more. So it is currently 4 o'clock. Haley and I have been out here, I don't know, since like 10:30 or so, maybe. Just on and off. We did take like an hour off for a quick lunch break or whatever. But although it is not done, all the way done, I do think it looks a lot better out here. This is actually the worst part, all back here. That's the worst. But everything else looks good. We moved the tall shelf that I was pointing out earlier. We moved that over there, and it fits perfectly. It's like just as wide as those two are thick. So that matches. We took out, like these 2 tables, we put them this way instead of this way. So now it's like a little nub hub in the middle instead of an elongated thing. So this is more space in here. The TV was under there. We moved we had this little mini fridge over there. We didn't even use it. So now we got a mini fridge and a TV. And it all actually works. It's got the VCR and the DVD player. We got a Nintendo Wii over there. We need to hook that up so I can start bowling. I'm really good at Wii bowling.
Sitting down.
We haven't really done anything with the eBay area over here, the listing.
I was working on it a little bit. Not really. I mean, I have listed 11 things on eBay today.
That's more things than we've listed year to date.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, that still needs obviously lots of organization. This is where we're like storing the stuff that's listed. This is just like become a pile of random stuff over the months.
My golf simulator area is looking kind of rough. We're going to work on that tomorrow. The video's not over. This is just the end of day 1. We're just really tired. So all that is going to be on the docket tomorrow. Docket? Is that the right word? I think that's it. But this part of the warehouse looks a lot better. Look at that.
I know. And it's really open.
Yeah.
Lots of space.
So much room for activities. I filled up all this with bins. Well, there's one little pile of boxes over there, but I was just finding stuff around the warehouse that was too good to throw away or donate, and I just threw it in a bin, and then once the bin was full, I added it to the shelf. And I left this shelf empty because this is like a good eye level shelf. We can like reach stuff while we're doing Whatnot shows over there or around here. So we'll probably use this as like a whatever you see, a random shelf like here, and then have the bins on the top 2 rows. But we did discover that you could fit 6 bins on here instead of 5, so there's 20. We could fit 24 in this scenario, and leaving the middle shelf here. And then the soap was too heavy, so eventually that's why I fell. I didn't have any pegs. I needed pegs. Yeah, the shelves we're talking about are these other wire shelves. We kept the big one like this, is a little bit taller, more room, but we have two of these smaller. Like I'm 5'6 3/4", so this is maybe about 5 feet tall, and I think these are probably a little bit shorter than those soap tables over there. So I think we could put these two shelves over there and then use those tables for something else, and that would give us a lot more room for soap. We will tackle that tomorrow. But again, I think this
Yeah, like right now they're just piling up, and we actually have a lot of scents that we don't currently have, and so we could potentially have even way more than this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is kind of our current problem. We do have the two shelves that Josh showed kind of in the like over there, which is like
Oh
the
yeah, I
worst
forgot about
part.
those.
There's two shelves. So I don't know if we could like change these tables into those shelves or something. I don't know if that would work better, but yeah,
Like move these tables out and put the shelves over,
shelves
because
instead, and
those
they're
shelves are
that
probably
way.
the same size as these tables too.
Yeah.
And that would act more as like a wall between the golf simulator and the
Right.
and the
I mean,
soap.
we've lost one of these. Literally just fell down one day, and the soaps were all
It,
over the
it's
ground.
not a mystery though. I had an extra shelf, but I didn't have any more of these little pegs, so I just rolled up pieces of paper and shoved them in here, and then the soap was too heavy, so eventually that's why it fell. I didn't have any pegs. I needed pegs. The shelves we're talking about are these other wire shelves. We kept the big one like this, is a little bit taller, more room, but we have two of these smaller. Like I'm 5'6 3/4", so this is maybe about 5 feet tall, and I think these are probably a little bit shorter than those soap tables over there. So I think we could put these two shelves over there and then use those tables for something else, and that would give us a lot more room for soap. We will tackle that tomorrow. But again, I think this looks really good. I mean, look at this. There's so much room in here. So this is technically day 3 of this warehouse clean out extravaganza. They came and took the dumpster yesterday. We filled it all the way to the brim with just a whole bunch of crap we wanted out of our lives. I've got a little bit of stuff out here I still need to clean up, but the warehouse itself is looking very good. I don't even think it's ever looked this good, to be honest with you guys. So we'll, without further ado, we'll flip it around. Look at all this floor space. Look at that. I even swept a little bit. We still have some cobwebs and stuff in the corner. I got this, it's like a big pole with a toilet brush bristle thing on the end of it. It's really good for getting cobwebs. I'm going to use that as soon as it gets here tomorrow, but it is just looking so much better in here. I think I told you guys about the hub thing we did, like kind of made it more of a cube instead of a long rectangle. That gives us more walking space in the middle here and on this other side. I think this is going to be, you know, a good change of pace over here. I cleaned up the eBay area. We still have an eBay store, right? So we still need a place to list stuff, and we store listed inventory in this cabinet thing here, and got one shelf, and that's pretty much it. That's all the eBay inventory, and then the dolly and some whatnot costumes. I cleaned up the golf simulator area a little bit. I haven't hooked it up again yet. I don't have the computer out here, but we got the projector and the mat and everything. I had 2 of these black tables that we like when we do big whatnot shows. Like we can use them for extra storage space of things that we're selling, but I don't want them set up in here permanently because we don't need tables all the time. So I put one here just for easy storage. The other one I shoved in the garage, the main garage, but I might just put it over here too. That's a good area. It's not really in the way and actually provides a little bit more, separation between the golf simulator and the rest of the warehouse. Look at this. Look at all this floor space. Again, I really like seeing this big shelf here kind of maxed out to its full potential. And I really like this, leaving this middle shelf right here just for, stuff that we just need to grab and go from. I did toy around with changing the layout of the shipping area over here. So we have the table and then this little rack with some boxes and stuff. And I moved everything around a little bit, but I couldn't come up with anything that was better than this. We pull stuff from the whatnot area, print labels over here, and then we kind of use this as a shipping area. So if you guys have any ideas on how to improve this part of the warehouse, definitely let me know. The whatnot show area, I was just trying to pile up inventory that's ready to sell over here. I cleaned out underneath the table, pulled out all the dust and stuff, got everything off the table here. I'm thinking about painting this just because it's been on my to-do list for years now, and I just have never gotten around to it. I think that'll look a lot better. And then with the soap area, I basically combined the metal shelves on 2 of these racks. We had 2 of these to make it more compact. And now we have, very compact shelves that almost perfectly fit our soap. And we have these boxes are actually what our hot sauce is delivered in. And we found that they fit 2 rows of soap almost perfectly. And then I used some old Priority supplies to make rows in the middle here that fit one singular row of another scent. So now we have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scents, 12 quantity of each one on each row. So I think this is a really good use of our space here for the soap, and we're still keeping the shelf over here to add more soap, because believe it or not, there's a lot of scents that we've recently run out of that we have to reorder. And I think between these two shelves, we should have plenty of room for all of our soap inventory at any given time, especially getting into Q4. The soap makes great gifts, and last year we did really well with it. So I think it'll do well this year, and we want to make sure we have enough inventory to get us through that. Overall, it's not perfect. I have not pulled out all of this stuff yet to clean underneath and behind it, so I definitely want to do that at some point in the future. But I think for now, for the purposes of today's video, this is a massive improvement on what we were dealing with for the last couple of weeks. I'm also thinking about the possibility of maybe building a loft up here above the whatnot area. It's pretty open. There's no trusses or beams or anything in the way, just to give us some extra storage for shipping supplies. We have the 2 racks over here and this stack and that one and all this over here and all this over here, and then the closet back there. So we have a lot of room as it is. But I think if we really want to hit the pedal to the metal with whatnot and start cranking out 3 to 5 shows again, getting into a week, again, getting into Q4, we're going to need a lot of boxes, and we don't want to sell a ton of stuff and then panic because we don't have certain boxes. So I want the ability to store more shipping supplies and have them more organized so we can do a better job of keeping up with the type of supplies we have on hand and what we need to order in the future. But I think that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how long it is. We recorded a lot of stuff, and I've tried to condense it down to make it not super boring. But I think, needless to say, this was much needed, and I'm very happy with how it looks so far. How long will it stay like this? I don't know. At least 2 or 3 days, I would imagine. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. You're the best, and we'll catch you on the next one.